What if you woke up tomorrow and the sun was gone? No sunrise, no warning, just endless night swallowing the earth in silence. At first, you'd think it's some strange eclipse, a passing shadow. But as the hours crawl by and the darkness refuses to lift, a terrifying realization spreads across the planet. The sun, the very thing that gives us life, has disappeared. And now the clock is ticking. The first few hours would feel surreal. Cities would light up under artificial bulbs, confused birds would cry into the void, and people would scroll frantically through their phones looking for answers. Scientists would appear on live broadcasts, their voices shaking as they confirm the unthinkable. The sun has vanished. Some people would pray, others would panic, and the internet would explode with a single desperate question: what happens next? At first, not much. The air around you would still feel warm. Earth holds heat like a blanket, so the sudden disappearance wouldn't freeze you instantly. For a while, you could almost pretend things were normal, but nature wouldn't be fooled. Crops would stop their silent work of photosynthesis. Animals, whose lives depend on the rhythm of light and shadow, would descend into chaos. And deep down, your body would start to feel it too. Without sunlight, your natural clock, the one that tells you when to sleep, eat, and wake, would fall apart. It wouldn't just be dark outside, it would be dark inside your own mind. As the half-day mark approached, fear would spread faster than the cold. People would huddle indoors, some turning to fires, others to generators, desperate to keep the warmth alive. The Earth's temperature would begin to fall, slowly but steadily, slipping below freezing in parts of the world that were once hot and alive. In coastal regions, warm oceans would exhale massive waves of fog, swallowing entire cities in ghostly mist. Above us, the stars would gleam brighter than ever, sharp and merciless in a sky that no longer had a sun to soften it. And with no sun to hold us in orbit, the Earth itself would already be drifting, flung like a stone into the black wilderness of space. By the 18th hour, humanity would be close to breaking. Entire communities would be thrown into panic. Grocery stores stripped bare, power grids overloaded, people desperate for warmth and food. Hospitals would fill with those collapsing under stress and fear. Some would stare into the heavens, waiting for a light that might never return. Telescopes would be turned toward the empty void, searching for an answer, and finding nothing but blackness. As the 24th hour approached, the Earth would be colder, darker, and more fragile than ever before. People would whisper to themselves in the silence, wondering if this was the end. And then, just when despair had wrapped its claws around every heart, something extraordinary would happen. A golden flare, a blinding blaze. The sun would reappear. Daylight would come crashing back in a wave of brilliance so powerful it would bring tears to billions of eyes at once. Flowers would open, birds would scream their joy, and humanity would erupt in relief. For one moment, the world would feel reborn. But here's the truth. If the sun truly disappeared, even for a single day, Earth would already be lost. Without its gravity, we would have been cast into the abyss, drifting forever in frozen silence. The only reason this 24-hour disappearance is even possible in imagination is because in reality, the sun isn't going anywhere. For another 5 billion years, it will keep burning, feeding us, anchoring us, keeping our fragile world alive. So the next time you step into the light, feel its warmth on your skin, or squint at its golden glow, remember this: without the sun, there is no Earth, no life, no tomorrow. A world without the sun is not just dark, it is the end.